Production support for the weekly special is provided by Smithville, a local provider of fiber optic-based internet, TV, and phone services. Smithville's quantum fiber optic network allows large amounts of data to travel around the world from local homes and businesses. More at smithville.net. IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. publichealth.indiana.edu. And WTIU members, thank you.
Well, it continues to freeze across the Hoosier Heartland.
But we're going to try to warm your heart with some great ideas for the upcoming holiday. We'll revisit the historical and perhaps infamous Toboggan Run, bask in the recollection of the sunny days and palm trees with local author Vicki Bassman, and welcome the popular jam band, the Elephant Quiz. They'll join us in the studio right here.
That's right, it's all coming up, so stay tuned for another weekly special.
Hello and welcome to the weekly special. I'm Daryl Neer.
And I'm Erica Sagone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I don't blame you for staying inside because I'm doing the exact same thing. The snow sure is pretty, but it's just too cold to enjoy it, I think.
But Erica, there's so many great things to see and do outside. You've got to make it out. Now, you will definitely need ways to warm up if you visit our next location. It's been one of Indiana's most popular winter destinations for decades.
Near Angola, 1,780 feet of downhill thrill await visitors at Indiana's Pokogan State Park. Twin toboggan runs offer riders the chance to reach speeds of 40 miles per hour on rented sleds. The tracks are refrigerated, so visitors can ride it even when the temperature is above freezing. And ride it they do, again and again and again. Park officials say over 90,000 people ride the slide each year.
You go really fast, and sometimes it feels like you're gonna fall off.
The toboggan adventure at Pokogan starts with a climb up the stairs to a 30-foot tower. Next, everyone sits down and pushes off. The riders go down fast, then up and over a few roller coaster type bumps. They pass under an observation bridge, where family and friends are often found taking photos and waving. Finally, the toboggan and its passengers slow to a stop. Riders quickly figure out strategies for getting the most out of each run and for finding the best seat on the toboggan.
The back's the worst, yeah.
Which is where I was, definitely.
Why is it the worst?
It's really bumpy.
Because you can fall off. And you have to hold on. You have to be strong, like me.
So if that's the worst, what's the best?
Middle. Probably middle.
Middle,
yeah.
Because the front you get a lot of wind in your face. It's cold.
The men of the Civilian Conservation Corps Company 556 built the first toboggan run at Pokogan in 1935. They created and used it for their own enjoyment, not intending for it to become a commercial venture. That changed when the park superintendent saw how popular it was, and he decided to start a tradition. In 1940, the park added a second track, and in 1971, refrigeration technology made it possible to ride without snowy weather. A warming center and rental facility came along in 1984 so that chilly riders could warm up after all the outdoor fun. The park has made many repairs and upgrades to the toboggan run, but the enjoyment over the years remains the same.
It's great. Totally great. I'm surprised it's not more crowded. But it's totally fun.
So
you guys should do it.
You back?
Oh yeah, definitely. Try all the other stuff, the snowshoeing and the cross-country skiing. It's fun. In Indiana.
There is still plenty of winter and snow to enjoy at Pokogan State Park. Visit in.gov/DNR for the latest information on hours and directions.
Phew, that was intense. So Gerald, did you have a favorite sledding hill when you were growing up?
Oh, absolutely. A block away from home, we'd take that red disc sled, we'd spray it with some cooking oil, we'd go flying down this hill. It was an absolute blast.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daryl, playing in the snow really works up an appetite. And our next story is about an author who is not only inspiring Hoosiers to cook, she's also inspiring entrepreneurs across the equator. We're in the Bloomington home of Vicki Bassman, and today Vicki is going to take us much further away from Bloomington to the Pearl Lagoon community in Nicaragua. So 8 years ago, what brought you to Pearl Lagoon in the first place?
My husband and I went as part of a team that taught sustainable tourism, and we had an opportunity to go to several different developing countries and help them realize that tourism is a way that they can make income, and yet how important it is to embrace their heritage and their culture and let that be the showcase. And when we taught the class in Pearl Lagoon, they were slow to talk back. They're very respectful and very quiet. And finally, when I said, tell me about things that make you who you are, they really came alive, because that was their time to tell us how much they love their communities, they love their families. They're a totally different community than the rest of Nicaragua. The rest of Nicaragua is very Spanish influenced. And on the Caribbean coast, the Atlantic coast, the people have come there from a different ethnic background. They have a whole different heritage, and they're gracious and warm and thrilled that you took the effort to get to their community and visit. And I proposed at that time, why don't we collect these recipes of this wonderful food that we're eating, and also collect stories of the people and what life is like in Pearl Lagoon, and create a book that a traveler could buy, and it would give some income back to the community as tourism was really on the increase for Pearl Lagoon.
Okay, so you went first 8 years ago, and then you returned in 2005 to actually write the cookbook and collect all of the recipes. What was it like going back?
Well, I took my teenage daughter, she was 17 at the time.
Okay.
And we went together back to Pearl Lagoon, and a local Pearl Lagoon woman had connected with a lot of the women in the community and told them that we were going to write a cookbook. And so the women signed up with days and times that they would cook their favorite dish for us. And we basically would go to their home, or in a couple instances they took us out to collect the food, and we would go to whatever the location was and they prepared food for us, and then we would eat together. While they were preparing the food, it was challenging because they never used a recipe. I never saw a single thing written down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just what they've learned from their mothers, their grandmothers, you know. None of the food that we ate, as far as I know, came from any kind of a agricultural basis. It was all wild gathered. Okay. So the seafood, the fish, you know, someone would go out fishing and then they would go up door to door and ask, do you need to buy fish today? Wow. So it was very, very fresh and done right there. It made me realize that many people still live this way. Not that I didn't know that, but to be a part of it was a wonderful experience. And also to think about that as their community grows and as more people go there, there's going to be more of an impact on those resources. And how are they going to deal with that?
And we're lucky enough to have Vicki in the studio with us today. Vicki, welcome.
Thank you.
It's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
And one thing that I really love about your cookbook is that not only are there more than 30 really wonderful recipes, but you tell these great stories of the people that you met along the way. Why was it important for you to tell those stories?
Yeah. Well, I really envisioned the cookbook to be more than just a collection of recipes. There's cookbooks that showcase recipes all over, but I wanted to more showcase the community and their heritage. And so what I did was I just talked with the people as they were cooking and tried to ask things like, what was it like going to school here? What was it like growing up here? How many children and grandchildren do you have? A few people shared things that didn't have anything to do with cooking. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have the story of music and of their church and of their school system. And again, I just wanted to share what the community is like, probably over and above just the food.
Well, and Vicki, you were so nice to welcome us into your kitchen not too long ago. And we're going to go and look at some plantains and some other great recipes. So we finished frying up the plantains.
Yes,
they look
we did.
amazing, just a little bit of salt on top, very lightly seasoned. And we've got some other things that might complete a traditional Pearl Lagoon meal.
We do. I couldn't resist but make one of the most common dishes, which is the coconut rice and shrimp. And another version of this would be coconut rice and beans.
Okay.
So if you were vegetarian, you could eat it with the beans. But again, just like with the coconut bread, you're just substituting the coconut milk for the water.
Okay.
So they would put a little onion, a little garlic, and their shrimp, and fry that up first. And then they would add the coconut milk, and then they would add the rice.
Okay.
And one thing that's kind of fun, Erica, in both the coconut rice and shrimp and the coconut rice and beans, they actually like it when it just burns the littlest bit on the bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure it imparts really great flavor.
It does, because it's caramelized and it's brown, and they call that the bun bun.
Ah.
And so some people, they would say, dish it up and make sure I get some of the bun bun. So,
well, and you see rice and shrimp over and over again in dishes, and this is another shrimp dish here, and it's cold.
Yeah, so this would be just a shrimp salad, and this was the recipe from one of the restaurant owners that she shared with me. So it's got cucumber, tomato, green pepper, mayonnaise, a little bit of yellow mustard, and then the cooked shrimp again.
Like really simple, very fresh. And of course, we've got the coconut bread to complete the meal. So let's plate up a dish and dig in.
Absolutely. Let's make a plate here that we can see what a traditional meal would look like.
Very traditional, everyday ingredients for them, but for us, it really feels like a treat.
Yeah, and it gives a nice Caribbean flavor that we can enjoy right here in Indiana, which was the reason for doing the book, so that people could bring the food back into their own homes and continue the memories of their trip.
And you can find all those scrumptious recipes in the Pearls from the Lagoon cookbook. And Vicki, all of the proceeds from the sales of the cookbook go back to the Pearl Lagoon community. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% of the proceeds go back to the community. My trip down there and the publishing and printing of the book, that was all taken care of by grants.
Okay.
And so now that allows us to give as much money as possible back to the people who shared so much with us to create the book.
Do you have any idea what they'll do with the money?
Actually, yes, they have a committee established already to make decisions on what to do with the proceeds as they receive the money. And they're talking about improvements to their health clinic and to their schools. And then, of course, some of it's going to go back into helping to create more tourism opportunities for people who travel and get to Pearl Lagoon.
Wonderful. That's so great to hear. Well, thank you so much, Vicki, for joining us. And thank you again for the delicious food.
Absolutely.
And if you'd like to purchase the book for yourself, you can learn more by visiting the Facebook page, Pearls from the Lagoon. Before we introduce our final guest tonight, we wanted to take a moment to tell you about an incredible documentary that will be premiering next month.
That's right. Produced right here at WTIU, Bill Cook, A Heck of a Ride, will premiere on March 4th at 8 p.m. And we're excited to bring you a sneak peek right now.
Bill was either going to be very successful or he was going to go right down the tubes.
It's so easy for us to make excuses about why we can't do this and why we can't do that. But Bill was just the opposite.
Bill always had an opinion, and sometimes we disagreed, but Bill never pulled rank.
He really had a sense about people and could measure people, but he also had high expectations of himself.
And he pushed you to get there without you knowing that you were being pushed.
Here's a guy that did so much for so many other people.
The work we were doing was enriching everybody. I was benefiting from it. The patients were benefiting. The community was benefiting.
I think he also liked fixing broken things and making them productive.
If there's ever a Renaissance person, it was Bill Cook. And people that he met, people that know him, you'll never forget him. You'll never forget him ever.
Again, that premiere date is on March 4th at 8 p.m. right here on WTIU. Erica, Bill Cook is such an inspirational story, and I'm really looking forward to the documentary.
Yeah, he really is an Indiana icon. I'm looking forward to it too. And we're very excited to introduce our next musical guests. They started out as a jazz band nearly 10 years ago and have evolved into one of the most popular jam bands around. We'd like you to meet Elephant Quiz.
The very beginning of Elephant Quiz, we started in 2006. We met all through jazz band, through mutual friends and stuff like that, and we're playing, and that's whenever we kind of all started getting that live performing bug. We were all really excited to just make a bunch of noise and have them be happy at the end of it. You know, that was like really at the point, that's where we were at that point in time. And so there was just all these different weird stylistic, I guess, influences coming into play while we were teaching each other the techniques of the instruments and stuff. So we actually have kind of scratched each other's backs the whole way. The huge part of it is familiarity with each other. You know, there's a personality in each one of us, there's a distinct look in every single one of us, and being familiar with that does help you to play off of what the other person's doing, but it also allows you to, I guess, I don't know how to put it, I guess you kind of mess with each other. You know, you can kind of push boundaries in places, and it becomes humorous during, you know, when we're jamming sometimes, we get into these hilarious just like laughters in the middle of some jams because we do funny things, and you see somebody really speak out in a musical way, and it's like fun, and it's funny, and it's awesome. When you really clearly demonstrate that you're really setting yourself up to not be bound by anything, by genres, tempos, keys, you kind of surprise yourself by the end of the tune what you've come up with, because you weren't cutting things out and back. And we've learned that through the process of writing songs, as far as if you just open it up and allow it to be anything that it wants to be, then it may kind of wiggle itself into the place where it needs to be.
A lot of songs that we write all come up in different ways. Like Pickle used to play a lick, or someone would be playing a lick. He's like, close your eyes and picture something. What's the first thing, or what's that remind you of? And we write a lot of songs like that, but there's one particular one, Spider Pendulum, that worked. And I was listening to the lick, just closed my eyes, and I saw spiders drooping down from the ceiling and sort of swinging and attaching to other spider webs, and it just created this whole picture, and that's exactly how we wrote that song.
Really the point of that exercise is really to just like pull a concept out of a musical idea, you know, because I mean a lot of people, they'll kind of do it backwards from how we do it. They'll write lyrics, an idea, and then they'll try to write music behind it. We try to listen to something, visualize what it is, create this whole concept or this story or this idea or something, and then regurgitate it out musically. You may hear a lot of musicians say this, like the best songs are already written, you just have to find them. The more you branch out and the more you try to feel, the more you can pull in, and it's like a filter, you know, you're gonna get and be able to grab the more awesome things. And so we've had moments where we have totally failed at something. We've gone through periods where we hated each other, where we loved each other, where we, you know, have done the craziest stuff together. We've been through everything together, so it's just really awesome to have that sense of group, and I guess it allowed us to like move through these stages of life and through the stages of becoming more professional musician or a performer of any kind, you know. It just helps to have that group and that unit as a whole throughout the whole process.
And now, Elephant Quiz.
never gonna die, turn me away. Do you wanna fry? Never gonna die, turn me away. Do you wanna try? Do you wanna ride? Turn me away. Do you wanna ride? Take me for a drive, turn me away. Do you wanna fry? Do you wanna die? Turn me away.
If you'd like to hear more from Elephant Quiz or get the latest on their concert schedule, visit their website, elephantquiz.bandcamp.com.
And don't forget to visit our website for bonus performances and more, weeklyspecial.org. Well, that's all the time that we have for tonight, but thank you again for joining us.
Have a wonderful night, and one more time, Elephant Quiz. Production support for the weekly special is provided by Smithville, a local provider of fiber optic-based internet, TV, and phone services. Smithville's quantum fiber optic network allows large amounts of data to travel around the world from local homes and businesses. More at smithville.net. IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement. publichealth.indiana.edu. And WTIU members, thank you.